fuck, another loss. Maybe if we could pull off the memes? I guess I have to keep the Walking Fountain. This way I have a minion, I have the Eureka. I have that. Double Walking Fountain is kind of weak. But if I draw a light... So many... Yo, it's even Shaman's like popping off. Like, bro, what the fuck? To be fair, this is also the first time we're going second against an even Shaman, so that might be... That could have been really good this turn if I had Lightning Bloom. I think I still coin that out on 3, possibly. Depending what he does here, I coin it out. Because there is a whole bunch of small minions in that deck. So I can always pull a small minion. I don't necessarily pull a giant, is what I'm thinking. I presume that deck plays, like... Or it has, like, we know that we saw, like, Ankle Biter. Saw a couple small things. It doesn't necessarily play, like, 4 giants. If he had a giant here, he would have played it. Yeah, see? Knew it. Next time we also have Innervate Eureka to pull out another Walking Fountain. Kind of lit. Giant. If he had a giant, he would have... Oh, he could not have played giant last turn. That's true. I don't want to really just trade this away. This is kind of weak. I would have... If this was like Yaj, it would have been so much better. But I think we have to be super aggressive in this matchup. I think that's the only way we can win. So he kills that. I can do this plus this turn. Or, depending what else he does, I can also just do this. Hit him in the face for another 4, 8. Really pop off. Molten Giant's not great for us. I actually can't even play this. That's... Ooh. That's a really good card. If these things had 1 less attack. Or if I had 2 extra mana. Not minion? Really? That's possibly the worst minion I could have pulled. Possibly. I don't think there was a worse minion I could have summoned. Especially not since that just hits there. So bad. So fucking bad. Oh my god. I was not expecting all of this, honestly. We got so close, yet so fucking far. Because he had he played 3 giants by turn 6. To be fair, I guess I should have seen... Well, no, I've never seen him play Molten Giant yet, so... I guess I should have just assumed that he had Molten Giant. He's legit just playing Handlock. Like, he's playing an old school Handlock with... Okay. I need to draw, like, a second... This is in his deck. My guy. I really want to play this, but it's so bad right now. I guess it does kill that. But I feel like this is safer. Not? Oh. I guess this was 3. Well, I was like... I kind of need this to kill him now. I doubt I'll ever have a chance to actually be able to kill him. Hopefully he doesn't have treachery. That could be really bad. see. Ain't great. Ain't great, Chief. Spell damage? I did that in the wrong order. This saves 4 health. That's fine. I need to figure out a way to deal this 10 damage without killing it. Not quite dead. I'm at 8. An 8 drop. That's an 8 drop. The odds of everything dying to 4 is very, very low. Spell damage. Oh. What the fuck? Oh, I hit that. Well, I'm theoretically not dead. He did gain a I don't even know what it evolved into. Ah. Broken shit. Okay. Still can't beat Warlock. Is even Warlock just the hard, like, is Warlock just the counter to Big Shaman? Like, I feel like we had almost the best start possible, and we still weren't able to beat him. To be fair, his start was also kind of insane. But, like, that shouldn't just instantly lead to a loss, right? Or am I tripping? Like, we had almost had the best possible start. Yashiraj Lightning Bloom, 1 time. I got none of those cards. Okay. Why can't I ever hit combo pieces? Like, I just want to pull it off once. Just. To be fair, if I was going second as well, just Yashiraj is fine. Turn 3 Yaj is already insanely hard to beat. Like, it's nothing to scoff at, but the fact I'm going second is like super, super underwhelming. Super, super feels bad, man. Eureka's really, really good. I can play Eureka next turn. Save Ancestral Call for possibly something bigger. Right, because the thing with Ancestral... Oh, I can no longer play either of those. That was the worst draw in my deck. Guess I gotta play that... I have to play that next turn. Hopefully I don't draw the second Muckmorpher. I was gonna say, is it better just to be playing bigger dudes instead of the Muckmorphers? But I don't think so. That's fine. That deck does have some amount of silences since it is most likely Highlander. I need to play these cheap cards in my hand real quick. Play around to Lucia. That's fine. I'm doing this because I find it's a little bit safer. Because, right, if he Lucia's me, takes my hand, he plays this. So hopefully he has a decent minion in hand. I just feel like this is better 99% of the time. Getting more 7/7s is better than getting more 4/8s. So I trade this away here. Hopefully he doesn't... The 1-cost potion can't be polymorph if I'm not mistaken. I think it can only be damage. And damage is not something he actually wants. Because it's probably a 5-drop potion, which means I have to do this hit here. This is most likely a 5-drop. Almost no matter what, this is a 5-drop potion. So... just do this. Let's start with this. That was a really good minion to hit. I mean, not really, really good. I mean, hitting, like, Raza would have been, like, best case scenario. Because if his hero power can ever cost 0, it's super, super hard for him to win the game. If he can, or Zephyrus, if he can never have a real full board wipe, it's really, really hard for them to win the game. I've played enough of the deck to know. Having Raza be one of the last cards of your deck is super, super feels bad, man. He could coin Anduin here, which would really suck, but... And he should have hit this. I guess even... No, or Potion is not the worst. Like Dragonfire Potion, it's not the worst. Coin Anduin is the worst, I think. But then he should have hit this. So that's Coin Anduin. 100%. Yeah. It's still a lot of fucking damage on board. That's still 14 plus 8. We are 1 damage off lethal. Or 2 damage off lethal. Heal up my guys so he can't easily ping them down with that. This should be hard enough for him to deal with. Even with Dragonfire Potion in hand, he can only hero power once. So he can only kill 1/7/7 and the O2. And then I'm still super ahead. Fuck, that can be Blizzard. If that's Blizzard... We could also be Destroy All Big Minions. I think it's either gonna be Frost or Blizzard. Yeah. Destroy all big minions and probably a top minion. What do I hit? I feel like I want to do that. I was hoping for spell damage there, but for sure. That's really good. That gives me security against an actual board wipe. Because of that, if he has Dragonfire, he can only hero power this once and not... I guess it didn't actually matter. I should not have... No, right, because he could have done that and then hit with the Zephyrus and then Dragonfired and then hit. With the hero power wiping my board. Not quite, but... That was just more of a safety measure thing. And I think it was correct. That's obnoxious. This 1/1 can be lethal. It's really bad that that just happened. Psychic Scream there was actually so fucking good. Maybe this deck just can't beat hard control. That might also be a thing. To be fair, if I also draw Sphere, or Portal, I win the game. So it's lethal. Hopefully he doesn't have Reno here. Stuff. Kazakus Potion. Battle or Death. Can I draw second Portal, please? One time. There's a spell damage totem at least. We just don't want him to draw Reno. Anything but Reno. That's Kazakus Potion. It has to be a 5 cost, right? He couldn't have been greedy enough to take a 6 cost. Or a 10 cost. That just doesn't make sense. Also, theoretically, eventually I do have to draw Yaj. That's so perfect for him. Oh my god. One rush. Or charge. I'm gonna lose this game and he's at 5 HP. Play the Reno you just top decked. I dare you. His removal lined up so fucking perfectly with exactly what I did. I'm gonna draw Serpentshrine Portal this turn, and I'm gonna be mad. No, I drew more garbage. This is the problem when you're playing decks like this. One huge board wipe like that, I should not have played the... If I didn't... No, it didn't matter. He always just had the perfect answer. But possibly I should not have played the Muckmorpher. I was probably a bit of too much overcommitment. But... Man, I don't know. Maybe this deck just can never beat hard control. That's fine. A deck should never be able to beat everything consistently. The fact that this deck can't beat hard control, it feels like okay. So a deck that has 8 threats in it, total, is very hard to beat a hard control deck. Because it's very rarely you'll be able to get every single one of them out. And because you can't get every single one of them out, you'll always be semi-behind. That was possibly the worst draw in my deck. Alright, that's fine. So yeah. So it's perfectly fine to have decks that can't beat certain type of decks. Because if you're playing a meta like that, those decks probably shouldn't be like that good. But if you're in an aggro meta, this deck is like kind of insane. An aggro deck has a very, very hard time beating a 4/8 lifesteal on turn 3, a 4/8 lifesteal even on turn 4 or 5 or 6. They have a very hard time beating a 7/7 taunt that summons a 7/7 taunt early on. They have a very hard time dealing with a 10/10 that summons a big minion from your deck every single turn. So it makes sense that this deck can't beat control, because as you saw, right? Anduin can hit every single threat in my deck besides one. Reno Jackson can heal him back up to full. Zephyrus can deal with that. Kazakus can deal with that. Psychic Scream, Shadow or Death, all those cards can deal with my big threats. So it makes sense that this deck can't beat a hard control deck. Against even Warlock, they just do this kind of better but less explosive. This deck can be super explosive, as we've seen, right? Against any deck that wasn't Priest, that start would have won. Even against an even lock. They just couldn't deal with a start that fast. So I think it's perfectly fine, the fact that this deck can't beat a heavy control deck. Which is kind of the problem I have with Standard. Is that a heavy control deck just can't play because they can't beat any decks in the format consistently. Because Rogue is too big of a problem. Demon Hunter is just too fast. Libra and Paladin is kind of retarded. I mean, everything seems super powerful in Standard. That's like a go fast deck. But those slower decks where you want to I can't speak English. Where you want to plan out your turns very carefully, just can't work because the other decks are too fast, or can just outvalue you, even though they're super fast. It's really dumb. I used to think when a deck was out of cards in hand, they couldn't just randomly deal 20 damage to me. But I learned that's not the case against Rogue, because you could Secret Passage into Secret Passage, so you drew 9 cards in one turn. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyways, with that being said, let's just jump right into the next game. Alright, so my first Odd Demon Hunter. I think Odd Demon Hunter should be fine right now. I don't want to keep Torrent. It's too many manas. Muckmorpher is kind of a weak draw without drawing Lightning Bloom, but that's fine. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh. I guess I'm getting tired a little bit. I didn't sleep much in the last 2-3 nights because I've been working on recording late. But hey, that's fine. Who needs sleep is in fact for the weak. That's an okay draw. This can be insane. Getting something like Maelstrom Pulse, getting something like even one of these guys, it could be really good. He had them on the left side of his hand, he didn't play it on turn 1. Is this man crazy? He really wanted to squeeze in that 2 damage. Eureka number 2 is a kind of a shit draw. That's actually really nice too. Like, that's one of the better cards to hit. The fact that it's 2 mana to deal right now 2 is kind of insane. That's fine. I don't have anything to play this turn. Do you really have +2 health? That's kind of ridiculous of you. I can devolve. Devolve, he has a whole bunch of 1/1s. It's better than having to deal with this. He could also be 0/1s, I guess. I just can't deal with that guy. I low rolled. The more 0/1s, the better it was for me. But I didn't have a 4-drop anyways. Ah, I see. I could continue playing fairly slowly and just go with this. That does wipe the board. You go with this, roll for the roughly 50-50. Like, almost all these cards are actually kind of insane. I can also just go for this. Nah, I feel like this is probably the safest play. It allows me to play Eurekas eventually. Oh, that's so bad, actually. It's almost a 50-50 because these 2 and this were really good. That was the bad one because it just gets silenced here and I don't get the 7/7 taunt. It's silenced before it attacks. Whenever this attacks, it means silence it. I see. That's a little dumb. I have Healing Rain, which is fairly nice. I don't quite have enough mana to... Ooh. You have enough mana to play this, though. And... this looks retarded, but it's correct 100% of the time. Getting this to taunt minion again is really, really good. As well, I have Healing Rain still, which is going to be insane. Hopefully it doesn't have a second Rush Silence guy. But if he does, I mean, fuck me, I guess. I have to trade this away before I play this. I'm just hoping this won't take damage this turn, unless he kills it. Or melt a trade into something to kill it. That's going phase. He's shooting this? Yeah, I guess either way. If that hit face, that hit face. The odds of that not fully healing me, or healing me to full, was very, very low. So yeah, like, you see this deck can just crush aggro. Like, that was a pretty solid start by him. And this deck is still beating it. The problem is, like, this deck just can't beat those control decks. So if you're facing a lot of control decks, this deck is definitely wrong. If you're facing a lot of aggro decks, this deck could be right. But also I think the control decks might just be slightly better. I feel like Reno Priest is probably the best deck in the format. And probably just the best deck in the game. Reno Priest seems really, really powerful. Because it's Reno Priest, and they have so many tools in the deck that makes it broken. Even Warlock, though, too, seems really, really nice. Being able to play those giants really early on seems kind of OP, not gonna lie. I thought this would be our mandatory, Oh, this is probably just aggro rogue. Healing Rain, I think, might be too slow to keep. Devolve can be really, really solid, though. I really like keeping cards like Devolve in my opening hand. Because you never know when Devolve is going to be broken. Yeah, so this is an odd rogue that plays all the new broken, odd cards. If only I had also fucking Ancestral Call. How does he beat a turn 1/7/7? When he can't play Sap in his deck. He can't. he just straight up loses. That's a broken one drop to get. It's really, really good. It goes there. I guess I can just evolve that. I'm not gonna see any of my summon cards, am I? 2/2? That is so unfortunate. Oh my god. That's so gross. I couldn't just leave that alive because I would have taken 5 here and then 6 next turn before I was able to play this efficiently. I really wanted to flood the board so I can play the smaller one. The baby one is going to be pretty solid. I feel like he's going to be left with 1 mana this turn, possibly. He's going to try to draw a card off this. 0 power. So he'll be playing a 1/1 because he gets a free card. I would not play a 1/1 to draw a card here for sure. Farsight. Farsight can get me Ancestral Call. Or not. I don't need more coins. What I need are actual fucking cards. Ah, again, Rogue just playing the retarded Rogue cards that they can play now. I want to know who thought some of these cards were, like, good ideas. This is fine, I guess. How is this fine? Can't ever be fine. Okay. So I do have Muckmorpher next turn, which could be really, really solid depending on what I draw. Ancestral Spirit could be really good. Especially now, man. Ancestral Spirit would be actually nuts. Just like I can go and like get a Walking Fountain, Ancestral Spirit gains so much fucking health. Ancestral Spirit one time? No? Okay. Walking Fountain? No. I really needed to hit Walking Fountain there, actually. I can't go Yaj next turn, though. Yaj next turn could be really, really powerful. Or possibly just... If I draw Walking Fountain, I'm just going to go Walking Fountain, though. If he kills us, I get a 7/7 taunt. Okay. Don't know if he'll be able to deal with a 7/7 taunt, but he might not be able to. Of course he can. Sails. Torrent. The problem with Yaj is that there's a 25% chance I get nothing. 25% chance I survive. 75% chance I just die, right? Not quite dead. Let's go for it. I either lose or I win. I lose. Fucking... How did I lose that 25% chance? Ow. Scrapyard Colossus was a super safe play, but I think it was the play I lost the most in the long run if I did. Yaj, yeah. That's exactly lethal. It's actually 1 over exactly lethal. That game was variance, I think. I'm at the right win rate, right? Yeah, 7-6. I should have won that game. I 100% am convinced I should have won that game. I just decided to go for the greedy play where there was a 25% chance I got punished. And, like, right, there's a 25% chance I was just getting a 10-10 on top of the same mini I would have played. And if that worked out, I was fine. The fact that it didn't work out was just because I got unlucky. It is something because my opponent's deck was broken. I think the meta is much more balanced in Wild than it is in Standard. I am a firm believer in that. I want to be super greedy. Because this can't be Reno. Half measure? I think Devolve is solid no matter what matchup it is. Okay, I lose this one now. I need to stop being super fucking greedy and trying to pull off turn 1 Yashirash. It's not working. My hand is so terrible. I don't know if I can actually win with this. Especially not if it's secret. If it's Rito, there's a higher likelihood I can. It's secret. I cannot win this matchup. He has to have an extremely bad draw in our... Yeah, he has to have still an extremely bad draw in order for me to win. I have to have him not play secret on turn 5 or turn 6. To still have a chance at winning this one.
You're not ready for this.
That's fine. Spell damage. I can't even coin. So bad. I have to coin here. The reason I didn't want to coin... Oh my god, that's so bad. So fucking bad. So unfortunate that that actually happened. I need Ancestral Call really badly. Ancestral Call is the only actual card. I mean, Muckmorpher is not the worst. The thing with Muckmorpher is that it can also just die. Oh my fucking god. If he plays a secret next turn, I just lose the game now. Because I have to play this, and that could just die to a secret. Like, half the secrets in his deck are super bad for me. Before, this is one of the more okay minions to duplicate. But I just have to hope this isn't exactly... Okay, that's making me think this is counterspell. Don't be explosive runes. I don't know if explosive runes would have even triggered. Oh fuck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is counterspell. He would not have done this play if it wasn't counterspell. And it also sucks that I missed out on the other two really, really good minions. If he plays a secret here, I might just die. Yeah, then he gets to do that. He keeps both of those alive. Of course. Oh, you gotta play two of them, huh? How is that fair? I need to try exactly Lightning Bloom. Not Lightning Bloom. Yep. Counterspell explosive runes, the last cards. Hopefully that's a minion that doesn't deal damage to me. Of course it's a Cloud Prince. Quite literally the best card in his deck to draw here. My mic probably... Yeah, I'm just dead. Oh my god. I don't think that was because I was greedy. It was probably just my mull was so bad. I only lose this matchup whenever I play like an idiot. Due to wanting to pull off memes, I lose in games. That's fine.